Hey, this is Zeta.
And this is Stefan.
And welcome to Living Simply in Mexico.
And today I think is a really important one. It's 4 key areas to health in Mexico, and then are good nuggets to know as you live in Mexico or you're thinking about living in Mexico. One of the areas that we talk about is mental health. If you're sensitive to that, because it does go into some deep topics, feel free to just skip over that. We have a table of contents in our video notes below here on YouTube. So just a warning on that. But otherwise, shall we get started?
Sure.
One of the things that we'll do in the video is not only talk about those 4 areas, but also talk about, again, the experiences here in Puerto Vallarta. So we'll go through that as well.
Well, we've landed.
Yes, we have.
And our favorite Tacon de Marlin.
And of course, we didn't take any pictures of the food. Maybe on the way out we'll show some, right?
You just can't because it's too good and it's just boom, it's gone.
We're going to go and catch the bus, right? So we actually got from the airport. We came here to Tacon de Marlin, and now we're going to go back across towards the airport.
Right up there.
Catch the bus and head back to the house.
But this side of the street is where you would usually catch your Uber or whatever. We're just going to go take the bus.
Yep.
Usually we're looking for the front
Sure.
windshield, the sail centro.
Got the bus. A little bumpy.
Oh, there's birdies. We just came home. Let me open the door. Here, you want to hold? Okay. I might get it. Wait, baby. Wait.
Go this way. There you go. A little bit further. There you go. Fly away. Happy bird.
Oh, we have a new critter of the episode, and I am not getting close to this one. Oh.
Baby snake?
No.
What?
It's got 8 legs. All right. Mighty tarantula fighter. God, I hate spiders. Ah! Okay. All right.
My God, I got him.
Ah! Okay, now time to put him over the edge.
You know what's funny? I put that on some of the Facebook groups down here, and the more I realized the tarantula, it was kind of a nice little fuzzy little creature. It was slow moving, and I hear they don't bite that much. And but yeah, it was.
I don't know that I would say that's slow moving.
No? All right. Okay. Well, anyway, it was kind of cool, actually. I have to admit. But anyway, yes, we had our first tarantula in our house, so that was exciting. Okay. So the first item that we want to talk about is resetting, and I think Ada's got some stuff here in the pool about that.
All right. So floating around in the pool. I guess I don't really need my hat right now.
No, it started to rain, as you can tell.
It's protecting me from the rain. Just on resetting, we're almost this close to being empty nesters. It was a meme or something on TikTok where someone was talking about, Gen X. We're now the freshman class of old, of old so people. True. So we're the youngest of the old. Given that it's my freshman year or my freshman years of that sort of time of my life. This is the reset. This is the okay, let me make sure I've got everything going so that I can hopefully, make my senior years far more enjoyable.
You actually brought up this morning, sleep.
Sleep, yeah, and and that all actually does get wrapped up in all the other components we're going to talk about today, because your sleep is dictated partially by when you decide to eat, what you eat, when you eat, what you drink, and then it's just and going back to are you getting yourself in a state where you get that early morning light, you're setting your rhythms correctly. Sleep is super important for overall longevity and health, and so make sure that you're incorporating that. I have a different lens because I am in healthcare and a physical therapist, so I have more detail than you guys would want to hear. I can certainly go off, and Stefan knows this. If somebody winds me up and asks me a question, I'm always like, hold on, get a drink because it's coming.
As far as my resetting goes, one of the things I've noticed is we all have these lifestyle decisions, right? And if you watch our last video, we've lowered our footprint in the United States when we moved to Houston. And as part of that, what I realized is this is a really good opportunity to reset your life because you don't have your standard way of doing things. And so what I did is running is hard because of the heat. So I joined a gym. I run like a mile to the gym and back.
This is in Houston.
In Houston, yes. And so the idea, though, is that applies also here to Puerto Vallarta. And what I'm trying to do is figure out how do I reset my life both there, but here, because I started lifting weights for the first time in like 20 years. And I didn't lift weights very much before then. And so the question is how do I build that strength here now? And the whole point of that conversation is the idea that anything that you do health related, you have to set up a routine for. So if you set up a routine for going out every night and having a margarita and beer every night, you're going to do that. Or is it going to be going for a walk in the morning at daybreak and doing that every day? And so those sorts of things really establish your health and wellness is when you set that routine. And so when you're thinking about moving to Mexico, or if you have a point in your life where things have changed and your routine changes, try to make that healthier change as well.
I try to stay away from training my own family members. Stefan can tell you if he has something that's hurting, I refer him to another physical therapist in my studio. I don't want to treat him. It's really hard to treat someone or to work with somebody. But he asked this time, like, hey, give me some things to do on the TRX. And I kind of, reluctantly did that. I was reluctant because I know he has some tennis elbow, and I know that's not necessarily appropriate for him at this particular second, but he was determined. So here's the thing. You've got to keep the straps taut, okay?
Taut.
If they slack,
Okay.
you're slacking.
All right.
Got it?
Got it.
Okay. So the issue too, you've got to have good grip strength. Now, I don't recommend this for him because he currently has tennis elbow, but he won't
Tennis
listen
elbow.
to me.
I won't. Personal choice.
Yes.
I've heard too much.
That's from gardening downstairs.
Yes.
All right. So elbows at your sides.
Okay, I guess.
All right. We can take things into kind of more rotational movements. You can take things into more balance type of things. You can take things around. You can hold on to them.
Ada's showing the advanced class.
No, it's not.
I think that's going to be it for today. I'll try this. Maybe we'll do another episode where I become a master at this and I can teach you guys. It'll be a while. Check like 2 years from now, maybe.
Sure.
Living with Dr. Ada DPT here, so I have to do my best. You also had some other toys too. By the way, Ada does her BeWellStayWell.net video stuff. That's part of her business.
That's part of my routine.
Yeah,
quite
and
honestly.
so she does exercise routines once or twice a day on video. I thought it would kind of be interesting to show you guys a little bit insight as to some of her toys that she has.
They're fun. When you're living someplace that does not have sidewalks that are predictable, that has, potentially, your stairs, and you don't always have elevators, you have uneven steps. As we get older, it's really important that you continue to work on your strength, you continue to work on posture, you continue to work on your balance, because those things go away the fastest as we age. And so you do have to work out smarter, but you have to work out harder. All right, this is part of our fitness.
Yes.
Okay, we're here. There's Casa Kimberly, and there is a nice set of stairs. I mean, you can just go
This
up
is
and down
actually the
those.
shortcut, by the way, on the east side of Casa Kimberly. That's a shortcut. You take up the stairs.
Yeah, and this is probably the best set of stairs anywhere in this area because the steps are relatively even and it's usually shaded most of the day. So there we go. Well, it's my birthday morning, so I decided to walk down to the open air market and get some groceries for the week. It's a gorgeous morning. I'm just walking up the stairs, saying hello to people I know. So, once again, kind of this concept of wellness. It's like I said, fresh air, sunshine, social. Definitely, that's all the ingredients for a good life.
Breakfast
Okay.
margarita. Because who doesn't wake up and want a margarita for
So
breakfast?
what are you showing me here in bed?
Breakfast margarita.
This is wrong. This is the wrong direction.
Quarter of an ounce of agave. And this is where it gets fun. We're going to take orange marmalade and do 2 teaspoons.
Oh,
Like 4 bar spoons.
Jesus.
Right in the bar shaker. I don't have any teaspoons.
That's a
We're gonna
little
go
scary.
with some bar spoons.
So the first key area was resetting a healthy routine and getting in that. Anytime you make a major shift in your lifestyle, it's a time to reset that routine. The second kind of goes underneath that a little bit is eating and drinking. And so if you're used to, if you're working and as part of your work, you come home, you have dinner, you don't have a lot of socializing. Here in Mexico, you can go out and eat every night and drink every night, and that bottle of water is almost the same amount of money as a beer. And so one of the things to watch out for is going out to eating all the time and then drinking alcohol every single night. And so that can catch up to you it has with a lot of folks down in Mexico. And what we've seen is a lot of our folks that are living here longer, they tend to drink less and make that conscious choice. So that being said, we went out a lot recently.
We haven't moved down here, so I have not made the conscious choice to drink less. I drink more when I'm down here.
That's true. That's true. So one of the things is Ada mentioned it was her birthday, and so we went out to Trio, right? Mm-hmm. That's always a solid choice for food, and they were really nice. In the open table, we said it was her birthday, and they gave her a nice little birthday platter there, which was pretty awesome. That was very, very cool. So very solid choice in Trio. And then we had dinner at home, and for the first time, actually, we put a table, and moved it out on our balcony. And that was really a good experience, I would say.
I think we got a pretty good seat here. Yeah. Cheers.
That's the best seat in the house.
We do. Got a thunder lightning storm. We got the river. Got the city. We got our balcony. It was our own little balcony. It was. We put on little Spotify Italian restaurant romantic music, and that was good.
And so we'll definitely be doing a lot more of that as we go forward. And then after that, and one of the things that we've noticed over the years is some of our go-to places, some have went out of business. Other places have sprung up, and then other places we've known are really good, but we've never really, for some reason or another, really haven't eaten out a whole lot. And one of our good friends invited me to Langostinos a while back, and I said, "Hey, let's do lunch there." And we had a really, really, really good lunch at Langostinos.
I already got my beans already, but fajitas look good.
Your little fajitas.
That looks amazing.
My ceviche. Yum, yum, yum.
That looks amazing.
Shrimp ceviche was really, really good. And, it was a really hot afternoon, so we were there in the middle of the day. We decided just to sit inside. They had the fans going, and you know what? It was nice in there. It was peaceful. It was, we weren't getting... We didn't feel like we were getting hassled by the beach vendors, which once again they're doing their jobs there. Mm-hmm. But it actually was a nice break to not eat on the beach. We were at the beach, but it was good. I don't know. I really liked it.
So we'll be going there more often, and I hear the owner does a lot of good things for the community as well, and so that's part of it too. So that's good. And then we went out to, and this is always a good place, as you know. For breakfast, it's Mi Cafe, but we went to lunch there, and that was also very good.
Yeah. Sorry, you're the one that threw it in your mouth.
I know it. Really good stuff, though.
All right. Well, this is Mi Cafe. This is actually, we don't get a chance to come here because a lot of times during the week we're working, and it's closed on Sundays. So we're usually here if we can remember on Saturday. But pretty awesome, yummy food. So I've got a little turkey pesto thing going on.
Very good. And then we tried a new place, and that was Cantos, right?
Yeah, and they just opened in March, and really nice vibe, really good food, and it was super close. It was right in the middle of Emiliano Zapata area there, and so yeah.
Yeah, good Chinese food. Really high quality, smaller plates, and they also make a great lemon drop.
We're here. We've got the famous lemon drop. All right, we're gonna see how it goes. This better taste good. No pressure.
No pressure at all, right?
All right, well, that's mine.
go.
So I gotta
do
go
it.
for it here. All right, cheers. Also, their lemonade.
Yes,
is
for the non-alcoholic choice, which we should be promoting because that's part of this video.
So anyway, no, it was really good. I mean, there's something, sometimes that's the thing. Back in the States, it's like when you get Chinese food and you get heaping, like the never-ending bowl of like whatever you're eating. And this was actually nice because it was very, like I said, the portions were appropriate and you felt full, but you did not feel stuffed and sick, which sometimes is what you get when you overdo it with Chinese food back home.
And so one thing we don't have any videos on here we've done in the past is the fresh fruits and vegetables that you can buy here are great. And walk down to your corner market and bring those back and cook at home. That really can't be beat. And as we transition to eventually full time down here, we're going to be doing a lot more of that for sure. But anyway, so hopefully some pointers and. You practice what you preach. We'll do less drinking and going out in the future.
Random thought. Am I the only person that puts toast or tortillas in a toaster? Just curious.
All right, so the third part of this is mental health. And for some of you, this may be a little bit more sensitive. So just if you feel like you need to skip forward this part, you can. But it is a very important part of wellness, and there are a lot of changes whenever you move someplace new. Sometimes, there's that change can trigger things that maybe you weren't expecting. Maybe you expected things to go away, and once again, and there's new things that can pop up, and new challenges. So, anyways, just something to kind of consider, and Stefan has more to say about that.
Yeah. I put some video down here. The next topic is pretty sensitive, so I'll let that topic explain itself.
A lot of rain last night, so the river is running pretty hard today. This is a bit of a tough part of the video to do. I want to talk a little bit about mental health as part of wellness. When we started this, the topic of this video, I thought it would be more about physical health and exercise and all that. But last Sunday, I was on Facebook, and we do connect with our Facebook group in other ways with folks that are part of our little Living Simply in Mexico group. And one person that's been a viewer for a while and interacted with, and I connected with personally, had some challenges, and I was on my phone just looking at people's videos. It's Sunday morning, and came across his video, and at the end of it, it was a fairly long video. It's like 9 minutes long, and at the end of it, he said he was going to end his life. That was obviously shocking to me, and I looked, and by the time I watched the video, he was already gone. So, this Facebook stuff or YouTube stuff is very interesting because we build relationships with one another, but they're different than other relationships, right? We share common ideas and goals in Mexico and Puerto Vallarta and all that, but we don't know much else, right? Unless we meet in person, and so I didn't know quite what to do or quite how to handle that. But I did know, how do you go about that? How do you, what do you do? At the forefront comes mental health and how that goes into your wellness. And I guess, I have to say, I'm no expert, but from my perspective, it's hard as a person to what to do and how to help people like that. And first off, go. I'll put a link down here in the video, to find if you are in that place, to go find support, because of all of the challenges and all the issues. It's best just to talk and just to contact someone and let them hear you out. And so if you're in that place, please do that. So again, the link's below. I don't know what else to do in this situation, but I'm a feeling person too, like I know all of you are. And if you ever get in that situation, or if you know of anybody in that situation, try to get them help as quickly as possible. And I just want to mention that if it does help anybody on that front. Thanks. Another topic related to mental health is, I think, really a large part of why people come to Mexico. From my experiences myself and my experiences from my our friends who are retired, the one thing that keeps coming up over and over again is if you feel like life will be better by moving, that's almost never the case. So whether you're sitting on a beautiful beach on the water in Mexico, by the water in Mexico here, or you've got a sort of a muddy river where you're at, or instead of being in warm weather in the wintertime, you're stuck in snow. It's really more of a state of mind and how you feel. And I think people project that if you're in that lush, beautiful, retired environment, that your life will be better. And the reality is, it's not necessarily. But here's the good news. The good news is you can make life better where you're at currently, and be that way, through your life. For some reason, it reminds me of that song "Toes" by the Zach Brown Band, right? Where the idea you're in Mexico and you're sitting on the beach, but then you're sitting on the beach in some like muddy place, in your lawn chair, but you can still have that same feeling, right? I'm originally from Iowa. If you're in the Midwest and you're tired of those winter months and you're working and all that sort of stuff, think about how you can change your life the way you are now and have that better attitude before you retire or you move to Mexico. Because if you do that, then you'll have transitioned nicely. It's a way to prepare for coming down here. I wanted to make that point as well, because I think a lot of people come down and get disillusioned like their life is going to change, and it's not. Because instead of worrying about work tasks, you're worrying about something else. Is your contractor doing the right thing? Or do I feel like I should be doing, I've got medical issues and now I'm in Mexico. How do I handle that? You still have different worries, but you still have worries. And so just keep that in mind. What I found is I do run for some, that's physical, but clearly I'm not in the best physical shape ever. But why I run is it's for my mental self. I have a little bit of a runner's high when I run. It makes me think clearer and it relaxes me. And so then I can go about my day. And that's helped me out a lot. Anyway, as that being said, I'm going to go off on my run this morning on this beautiful Saturday morning here in Puerto Vallarta. And we'll see the next part of the video.
So we've talked about 3 items so far: setting a healthy routine, your eating and drinking habits, mental health, which is obviously very important. The fourth, and I think these are all tying together, is establishing your sense of community, which is is as critical as the other 3.
one of the components that they have found when they look at longevity and places in the world where people live the longest, it's actually having a really strong social bond and really having your tribe. So the cool thing is that Vallarta really lends itself, just in and of itself being here, you already can find a tribe of people that we're all sharing this experience of you living in a foreign country, or at least visiting or being part of a foreign country. But we're also, and we talk about this a lot, part of the Gen Expats. That's another tribe that we can very much relate to, and that's where we're headed tonight.
Yes, and one thing like the Gen Expats group and other things, it really doesn't matter if you're like in that, age range or, other groups that are here. It doesn't matter, like there's a lot of theater stuff going on. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to be like super talented to really enjoy things. So that's what's great about Puerto Vallarta and Mexico as a whole, is you can do a lot of different things and people are accepting because we're all, very closely, at different, the same sort of stage of life, if you will. And of course here, it's typically our age or older in Puerto Vallarta. Of course, Sayulita's got the younger crowd too. So you definitely, actually, that's one thing to note is when you do look at a place to live, make sure that, we're going over water puddle here, make sure that you choose a place that you will feel that vibe, because it's really important.
Tonight, how many of you are looking forward to Halloween? We're going to have a little announcement about that in a minute, and believe it or not, I'm going to hand the mic to someone else and let them do that. Not like me. I got it.
Brent Lane, who is the driver behind Gen Expats PV. He's at every, at the event, he's pushing them. He's always the one at the mic. He's the guy. He's also doing several other things, which, if you're looking to move here to the Puerto Vallarta area, or if you're already here, he's the anchor. He came in, and we actually show that in one of our earlier episodes. He became the anchor of CPS News, which is English language news on Monday. And then he's also co-hosting that show as well with Asphalt Radio, which is on Saturday mornings, I believe. But yeah. Saturday, we'll put the links on both of those. So if you're wanting to get local news and things of that nature, he's a great person to drive that. And those two, the radio and the television, are great ways to learn about new things. The other aspect of it too, it's not all about vacationing. It's all about glorifying the area. He's actually some really hard-hitting topics that they cover.
But he'll also cover things that are events that are happening.
Yes.
So it is really a nice, well-rounded way to find out what's happening, and once again, just feel more connected to your community.
Absolutely, absolutely. We love meeting all of you, by the way.
Shout out to all the people
Yes.
that have actually that came up to us over the course of the past few days.
Every day.
Even. Yeah, every day that we were here, we had some of you guys come up and say hello. We really enjoy that. We would like to hear your stories and kind of what's inspiring you. So thanks for doing that.
Yeah, and our YouTube channel, really, we're not trying to do a whole lot of get a whole bunch of eyeballs or make money off of this, but really, as we settle into Puerto Vallarta for the long term, our video channel is about building that sense of community, and so we love meeting you all when we're out and about town. And so thank you very much for coming together. We also have and this is something behind the scenes, but we have this Facebook group of Mexico YouTube creators. And so we go back and forth with them periodically, and that's pretty cool. And I posed the question about healthy living and things on that channel, and some comments, just some call outs. There's was it Cindy Everything Cozumel? She's going to do silver solo sort of health on her channel, so I'll put a link to her page. And shout out to Monty too. He does Mexit plans, and he mentioned that he's going to be hitting a milestone birthday here pretty soon, and definitely feels this as well. So it's not just us that thinks about this health and wellness, and I think it's really good that we had this video.
Thank you guys for watching our 4 Keys to Health in this episode. We know that there was a lot that we went over that might have been different levels of depth in terms of just the type of content, but there's also just a lot of good just things to think about as you continue your move, your transition, even your visit here to Puerto Vallarta. So we look forward to enjoying this community with you guys for the long term, and we plan on being here eventually for the long term. So looking forward to kind of continuing to integrate all of those.
Yeah, we really appreciate you guys and the community that we're developing here. And I just hope, and we just hope that if you get like 1 or 2 nuggets out of this episode, that can be life changing. We really hope that some of this resonates with you. So thank you very much for watching our episode.
Like, subscribe, join the Facebook group, and we'll see you guys next time.
Join the community.